We're going to learn about slant asymptotes of rational functions. I'm going to explain slant asymptotes and find out how we can calculate the value of a slant asymptote or derive the slant asymptote from a rational function. So a slant asymptote is a line usually representing a function that a curve approaches as it tends toward infinity. In this graph we see here, we can see a blue line. So the blue line here is a slant asymptote. The slant asymptote is the blue line, and the red is the curve that approaches infinity. So you can see that as it approaches infinity, it gets closer to the blue line on the positive and also on the negative. Another term for slant asymptote is oblique asymptote. So slant asymptote exists when the degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator. So if you had an example like 2x squared divided by 3x plus 1. So in this case, the degree of the numerator is 2, the degree of the denominator is 1. So we have a slant asymptote in this situation. And to get the slant asymptote, we just divide the numerator by the denominator. So let's go through a few examples. For the division, I'm going to focus more on using the long division method because that works in every situation. There's also synthetic division, but it only works if your denominator is a binomial. So let's get started with this. Let's look at the degree. So what is the slant asymptote of y equal to 9x squared minus 7 over 3x minus 5? So let's look at the degree of the numerator. The degree is 2, and the denominator, the degree is 1. So 2 is greater than 1, therefore we have a slant asymptote. So we're going to use the long division method. So we have 9x squared. Now what I typically like to do is I like to show all the possible exponents of x. If there's no value for it, I put a 0. So I'm going to put like a plus 0x minus 7 divided by 3x minus 5. So I'm going to divide 9x squared by 3x. So 9x squared divided by 3x. Let's show that right here. 9x squared divided by 3x. And then, so we have 3x. So it's going to be 3x. 3x multiplied by 3x, that is 9x squared. 3x multiplied by minus 5, we have minus 15x. So we subtract, we got a 0 here, 0 minus minus 15, we have 15x minus 7. So 15x divided by 3x, we have 5, so that is plus 5. 5 times 3x, we have 15x. 5 times minus 5, we have minus 25. This 7 here is what we brought down. So we subtract. Minus 7 minus minus 25 is going to give us 18. So we have 9x squared minus 7 over 3x minus 5 equal to 3x plus 5 plus 18 over 3x minus 5. So this right here is going to be our slant asymptote. It's a straight line. Now we have 3x cubed plus x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 2x. So let's look at the degree. The degree on the numerator is 3. The degree on the denominator is 2. So 3 greater than 2, so we must have a slant asymptote. Let's go for the division. So we divide. We have 3x cubed plus x squared plus 1 divided by x squared plus 2x. 3x cubed divided by x squared is going to give us 3x. 3x multiplied by x squared, we have 3x cubed. 3x multiplied by 2x, we have 6x squared. So we subtract. So we have x squared minus 6x squared. So we have minus 5x squared, and then we bring down plus 1. So minus 5x squared divided by x squared, we have minus 5. Minus 5 times x squared is minus 5x squared minus 5. So I omitted something here. So let's correct that quickly. I should have plus 0x plus 1. And then what we have here should be 0x. This just makes it a little bit easier to work with. So minus 5 times x is going to be minus 10x. So we have subtraction here. 0 minus 10x. So we have 10x. Now we can bring down the 1 plus 1. So 10x divided by x squared, not going to work. So what we have here is 3x cubed plus x squared plus 1 over x squared plus 2x equal to 3x minus 5 plus 10x plus 1 over x squared plus 2x. And then finally, let's look at the degree of the numerator. Degree is 2. Degree is 2. And degree is 1. So 2 greater than 1, we must have a slant asymptote. So let's divide. X squared minus 6x plus 7 over x plus 5. So we have x squared divided by x is going to give us x. X multiplied by x, we have x squared. X multiplied by 5, we have plus 5x. So we subtract. Minus 6 minus 5, we have minus 11x. And then we can bring down plus 7. So minus 11x divided by x is minus 11. So we multiply minus 11 by x plus 5. So we have minus 11x minus 55. So we subtract this. This is going to cross out. You get a 0 here. This is 7 minus 55. 7 plus 55. You have 62. So x squared minus 6x plus 7 over x plus 5 equal to x minus 11 plus 62 over x plus 5. So x minus 11 is our slant asymptote. In this case here, 3x minus 5 is our slant asymptote.